Good afternoon, profitable traders. Welcome to the New York Market Color session. My name is Cynthia, and I'm taking us through the analysis on the DXY, GBP, USD, and USD. Right after that, my colleague will be coming up for his analysis on his currency pairs and asset classes. So I'll be starting off with the DXY as I mentioned earlier. Beg your pardon. This is just a recap of what we analyzed during the London market session. If you've been joining for a while, then you know that this is our culture coming to analyze what we have done during the London market session. So on the monthly time frame for DXY, overall we're seeing a bullish direction, but we've seen a sweep of the liquidity right here and more push even to the downside. And right to the weekly time frame, we saw price clearing out below at 100 support 448, and we're even seeing more downward movement. But coming down to the daily time frame, I have quite a number of points of interest, just one that I want to see price trading into. There's another block at 102.924 that we may see price retracing into before selling all the way. And coming down to analyzing and staying on the daily time frame again, I am speculating that dollar may buy into this other block because the high right here at 98.902 has been broken and we have seen a retest. So what we may be seeing is even more push to the upside for the dollar. On the 4-hour time frame earlier today, we had this speculation that we may see price react of this left through. Okay, sorry, no. Price actually traded into this left shoulder at 98.417. There's a sweep to the upside, it breaks the downside. Price traded into this level and reacted of it a bit, but then we saw even more push to the upside. Right, so seeing that this is still within the zone, we may not call this a box pattern failure yet. Let's go down to the 1-hour time frame and see what price has for us. On the 1-hour time frame, I can actually spot this shoulder at 98.690, sweep to the upside, break to the downside. Price is presently at the left shoulder. So for me, I will be warming up to sell the dollar. I'll be warming up to sell the dollar short term, of course, because overall long term I'm looking out for buy opportunities on the daily time frame. And coming down to GBP USD, on the monthly time frame for GBP USD, overall we're seeing bearish moves. And down to the weekly time frame also, we've seen price take out the high at 1.34241. Right, so coming down to the daily time frame, I'm seeing an anomaly here. I've seen a break of structure. I've seen a retest. I've even seen price trading to the left shoulder again. Shoulder, sweep, break. Price returned into this left shoulder, and I'm seeing some move to the downside. So on the 4-hour time frame, I'm even speculating that GBP USD still has more room to sell all the way to the left shoulder at 1.33206. There's still more room, and there's even a left shoulder right there for a buy. Shoulder at 1.33119, sweep to the downside, break to the upside, and price should return into the left shoulder at 1.33206. There's still more room for sales on GBP USD before maybe price may react off the left shoulder. But seeing that on the daily time frame, price is currently sitting at the left shoulder for a sell, we may see a box pattern failure, and we may even see more sales on GBP USD. But there is still room for GBP USD to sell all the way into the left shoulder. And coming down to the 5 minutes time frame, seeing that there's more room for a short-term sell on 5 minutes time frame. I can also spot an entry right here. Shoulder at 1.34590, sweep to the upside, break to the downside. This is what we want to see price do. For price to retrace into this left shoulder, once price gets there, I am willing to sell off that level on GBP USD on 5 minutes time frame. Last on my list being Euro USD. On the monthly time frame for Euro USD, overall we've seen a bearish move, and right here we saw a sweep of liquidity. And down to the weekly time frame also, we saw price take out the high at 1.15797. And down to the daily time frame, there's also an anomaly here. Originally, price was supposed to form a higher high, but price came here, formed a lower high, and we're even seeing more breaks to the downside. So down to the 4-hour time frame, what am I looking out for? I'm looking out for price to trade into this left shoulder and see if price is actually going to hold up that point and buy to the upside. Or regardless, we may even see a box pattern failure, seeing that on the daily time frame, there's been a change of character, there's been a break of structure, so we may see more push even to the downside. But I am speculating and I am saying that there's more room for sales on Euro USD for price to sell all the way into 1.15222 on the 4-hour time frame, because there's a left shoulder right here that we may see price reacting off from, and we may see bullish moves, or we may see a box pattern failure. If we see a bullish move, then it wants to align with the direction on the weekly and monthly time frame, because on the monthly time frame we've seen a break of the high and a sweep of liquidity, and on the weekly time frame too, the direction is an uptrend, direction is bullish. So if we see price hold off this left shoulder on the 4-hour time frame for Euro USD, and we see it buying, then we know that it is in alignment with what is going on the weekly time frame and not the daily time frame. So seeing that there is one more push to the downside on Euro USD, let's see if we can spot any entry on the much lower time frames for the short-term sell. I can't see any, so I'm just going to wait for price to see what price does when it trades into the left shoulder on the 4-hour time frame. If you have a different bias from what has been analyzed, please feel free to type in the chat box. Feel free to voice out your opinion or a different bias. Or if you have questions on everything that I have said so far, or if everything that has been analyzed is not so clear, also feel free to type in the chat box and I'll be willing to come over again. Or instead, just to save time, you can catch up with the replay on our YouTube channel. Just go on YouTube and type value flow trading. We're going to pop up and you'll see the replays right there. While we're still typing in our questions, I'd like to announce that registration for the FX Bootcamp training September edition is currently ongoing, and we're even having the FX Bootcamp training for the August edition that is currently ongoing. So to be a part of the class, you can chat us up on 081 6099 5030, and we will be helping you with the registration process. If there are no questions, I can see that I'm assuming that everything that has been said is clear so far, because I can't see anybody asking questions in the chat box. We'll be going on a very brief break, and right after that, CJ will be coming up for his analysis on gold and the yen basket. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back shortly. Cheers and God bless.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to Market Color for today. We're looking at a few currency pairs, and then we'll be rounding off today's market color from there. Starting off with gold. So this morning we're expecting a sell-off on gold, and that has been our bias since the morning time. Okay, and one of the reasons why we wanted to get that sell-off on gold was we've seen this break of structure on the 1 hour time frame. Hence, we're expecting some sell-off, some sort of sell-off to play out today. Seeing that gold has violated the first plan, and by not selling to the downside, we'll be targeting this next place as our next point of interest. So, we want to see gold come take out this high. The moment it takes out this high, trades into this region, we're expecting a sell-off to the downside. And of course, it has gone ahead to create some liquidity for us here that we'll be targeting when price starts coming to the downside. So we're looking for a sell-off on gold to the downside, and we want to see it run all the way to this level. So our bias for gold is still a sell. Because of how far gone it is, we will just stay out of this buy because there's about 50 pips, but then it can just make that a one-way trip to this level. After that, it will be reselling to the downside. So for gold, we're expecting a sell-off when price gets into points of interest. Okay. Now for GBP JPY and Euro JPY, now if you look closely at the yen basket, you see that once again it is stalling within a tight range. Price has just been ranging around this area, and we want to see it trade to the upside, having broken the structure. So optimistic. We're really expecting price to continue to trade all the way to the upside. And then we'll take advantage of that on GBP JPY. So for GBP JPY, we're expecting a sell, but it has been ranging heavily. We just want to see it break to the downsides very clearly and then continue selling all the way, because you're going to see that it has already gathered up lots of liquidity around the area. For me, I'm always interested whenever I see diagonal liquidity like this, because it lets me know how far the price is going to travel when it starts selling. So I'm looking forward to a sell-off on GBP JPY. But seeing it ranging like this just makes me keep biased for a while, because I would want to see break out of this range before I take my move. Right now, you can see that there's been more momentum to the dollar-related pairs than to the yen-related pairs. So you can see that affecting GBP JPY. So we want to see GBP JPY break to the downside and then continue trading below. All right. So seeing that as our expectation for the yen pair, for GBP JPY, we're just going to stay out at this moment until it gives me clarity and break structure clear before I take a trade. You can also see that Euro JPY has been doing something similar. If you look at it from the 1 hour time frame and from the 4 hour time frame, you will notice that that's been ranging all this while. So I'll mostly be focusing on gold and dollar pairs rather than looking out for trades on Euro JPY and GBP JPY. Except I just want to take a quick scalp like what we analyzed earlier in the morning. Just a quick scalp once price trades into this fair value gap and then sell to the downside. So apart from quick scalps like this, we're just going to stay out of Euro JPY and GBP JPY for this period until it breaks out of the range before we now take a clearer and more distinct position on the trade. All right. So these are our analysis. These are the things we're looking out for. All right. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining today's market color. We are very glad to always have you around. All right. So we're going to be ending today's market color right here. And we're going to be convening tomorrow morning by 8:30 a.m. GMT +1 for the New York session market color. Please, like I also said, make sure you apply proper risk management. On pairs like the yen pairs that you see ranging, you can just stay out if you're not comfortable with the risks, because those kind of moves can end up taking away all the profits. Imagine that maybe all the profits we made from our EU trade on Monday, then Euro JPY just comes to wipe it out. It's best to just stay out until we see clarity in the moves before we jump in. Okay, all right, so that will be the end of today's market follow. To meet again tomorrow morning, wish you good luck and good trading. Have a wonderful day.